Hello, everyone. My name is Erin James. Welcome to 2025. I know I've been gone for a bit. I wanted to take some time for myself, some personal care, but we're here and I just want to go over the movies that came out in January. I would say January is the month where not much is expected, at least as far as quality of films. And when you go to watch a movie, at least when this is my experience, I don't expect much. The bar is not high for movies in January. First, I'm going to start from my least favorite movie to my favorites. It's only 3 films that I watched in January, or January releases that I saw. And overall, I had a pretty good time. First, I'm going to start off with Wolfman, written by Leigh Whannell and Corbett Tuck, directed by Leigh Whannell. This movie is about a family that gets attacked by an unknown animal, and they end up trapped in a farmhouse, and the father ends up transforming into presumably the very creature that attacked them. I would not say the marketing is great. It did not pique my interest. It did not want me to really feel excited, or did not make me excited for the movie. And also, a lot of werewolf movies tend to be disappointing anyway. This was no different. I would say I did not have high expectations, although it was not as bad as I expected it to be. The marketing or the trailer did do well at kind of concealing some of the layers of this story and how the story was going to go, even though there's a general idea of what was going to happen. A lot was expected. There was nothing really grand or profound about it, even though they do have a layer or a theme about generational trauma and trying to break generational curses, or dealing with generational curses, pun intended, clearly. I think there were moments or things that were missed opportunities when telling this story. Overall, I think the cast did fine with what was given to them in the story. And again, it was predictable, but I wanted to have a fun journey getting to that point. And overall, although it did not feel like it dragged, it felt that it was very lackluster. I left dissatisfied. I wasn't full when I walked out. Next, we have Den of Thieves, Pantera, written by Christian Gudegast and Paul T. Schering, and I'm sure I butchered both of their last names. This movie is also directed by Christian Gudegast. This movie stars Gerard Butler, who I seldom ever, or I can't think of a time where I disliked his performances. O'Shea Jackson Jr. also does pretty good here. His chemistry, or his back and forth with Gerard Butler, I enjoyed. I was entertained. I liked their characters. I liked their performances. I liked seeing them on screen. I think they were well casted for a movie like this. Now, Den of Thieves, I did not watch the first one, and I have no interest to watch the first one, especially after watching this one. This movie, low expectations, and I had a lot more fun than I expected. This movie is definitely better than Wolfman, a movie that I may be willing to watch again if someone wants to watch it. This had very simple plot, simple story, gets from A to B, eventually to Z, very predictable beats. However, getting there, I had fun. It was entertaining. I liked the way the additional characters, not just Jackson and Butler's character, but the other characters. I liked the way they worked off each other. They were a typical team that you see in a movie like this. I think they did well at building some suspense and tension in a couple scenes. I feel that the movie stayed pretty grounded, and it stayed within its budget. You could tell it's low budget, but it didn't feel they were cutting corners along the way while they were filming this. Oh, I never said what the movie was about. It's about diamond thieves who plan to steal diamonds from the World Diamond Center. And so they're planning this heist, and Butler's character, who is a cop, decides to join them along the way and become a thief himself. Last and surely not least, my favorite movie of January, and a movie I will definitely go back and rewatch, and it's pretty memorable, and I recommend everyone watch it one of them days. This film is written by Loretta Singleton, directed by Lawrence Lamont, starring SZA and Keke Palmer, so you already have a good cast. It is about 2 friends who go to comedic lengths to get enough money to pay rent or end up evicted, and so you get this lighthearted, take place in a single day, 8 hours specifically, comedy that is certainly worth a rewatch. The movie is funny. Keke Palmer, who always does fantastic, I feel she really does well at improving. I think she does well at interacting and how she bounces off other characters or other actors. Fantastic work. SZA did pretty good as well. I enjoyed her. I think what you see a lot of comments, or a lot of comments I've seen about her performance, is that she seems to have had an easier time because she played someone that may be similar to who she really is. Either way, I don't think that matters. She did good. She had a good performance. You have plenty of fun cameos. The biggest one that you see in the trailer, Cat Williams. You see Janelle James as well, and Lil Rel Howery. I think he was also in the trailer. One cameo, which was my favorite. I won't spoil it in case you haven't seen it. Again, I recommend you watch it. And I don't remember seeing this person in the trailer, but when I saw him, and I wasn't expecting to see him, I grinned from ear to ear, and I was very excited to see him in a movie that is, I wouldn't say, maybe this movie's not big, but we all heard about it, right? Until next time, y'all take care of each other, check up on one another, make sure you check up on yourself, and remember, potential has no limit.